East Leeds Community Radio.
First of all, Michelle, it's lovely to have you here.
Thank you very much.
And congratulations on your wonderful new poetry book. Looks beautiful, lovely cover.
Thank you.
We're on the radio, so unfortunately, listeners, you can't see it, but you'll have to get a copy. Michelle, you've tell us about yourself a bit in terms of, before we come on to your poetry. You're a documentary maker as well as a poet, so yeah, tell us about your documentaries first.
So I'm an independent filmmaker based in West Yorkshire, born in Huddersfield, now living in Halifax. Studied at Huddersfield University, and as soon as I finished, I extended my mortgage and bought my own kit and started to make a documentary about Britain's greatest eccentric, Jake Zebedee Mangel-Wurzel. He married his own dog and collected sky water and bottles of urine for 30 years. He married his dog. He did some really unusual things, and I stumbled across him driving home from work one day, and his dogs were chasing his car, which had a toilet on the top of it and a tree, and that was the beginning of me as a documentarian doing a feature very independently and learning how to produce, how to direct. And that experience lasted maybe 5 years, and it got into Sheffield Doc Festival in 2014, which is a massive achievement out of 2,000 films. I can't remember how many get selected now, but it was such a wonderful experience. And then straight after that, I went into making a documentary about Damo Suzuki, a krautrock legend known for being in the band Can. And that's how I know John Toolan, because he was a massive fan of krautrock and loved Damo Suzuki. And he interviewed us when we released the film, and it screened at the Dock and Roll Film Festival. And we screened in 10 different cinemas throughout the United Kingdom, and then we started screening in Australia and all over the world, Berlin and things like that, so it was really beautiful. So yeah, so now I'm on my third feature documentary, which is about Toria Garbo. She's a wonderful poet. She's also based in Halifax, and she's on tour with John Cooper Clarke. And my love of poetry started when I was very young, and I started doing more poetry with Damo Suzuki through the pandemic. And then I went to an open mic night and met Toria, and she helped me apply for funding to finish this book. So she made a massive difference in my life. Yeah, it was beautiful.
Well, before we get on to the poetry, we'd ask to hear a few poems from the book.
Yeah.
Yeah. John, so you hadn't met actually in person till this afternoon?
No. So I first met Michelle through the power of Zoom. Maybe that was about 4 or 5 years ago, was it? When did you make the film about Damo Suzuki?
Oh my gosh, I think I released it in 2022.
Right.
Yeah.
So I've been making a radio programme called Left of Leeds here on East Leeds Community Radio for about 10 years, which features experimental arts and music. And I realised that I saw that Michelle had made this film about Damo Suzuki, and I am a big fan of krautrock, and krautrock's not a very politically correct thing to say nowadays, is it? But that kind of music from Germany of that time. And I remember contacting Michelle and saying, can I interview you for the programme? And I at the time, I don't think I was a very confident interviewer. And Michelle said, do you want to talk to Damo Suzuki as well? And I felt, well, I do. But I was a bit frightened. But as it turned out, it was a lovely chat, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And his wife as well.
Yeah.
And I probably was a little bit overindulgent with that programme because I was so starstruck with talking to Damo. And then sort of over the past few years, I've sort of kept in contact with Michelle over social media, and we've got quite a lot of things in common. But this is the first time we've actually met face-to-face in 3D.
Can you recognise it?
Yes. Michelle's not actually in 2D. She's got a third dimension to her, which I didn't realise.
Probably more.
No filters.